All right, back on the river. It's a Friday afternoon. Beautiful, beautiful day here in Utah again. Blue skies, warm, no snow, which is not a good thing. Probably should be a couple feet on the ground up here by now. Back to drought this summer, it looks like, but it's the 29th of December, just before New Year's, so we had a little time, figured I'd get back and do a little sluicing. I just got the Grizzly gold trap today. I didn't bring out the gold hog to compare with it again. I didn't have my cart or my sled on me, and I didn't feel like putting all that weight on my back, so I'm just gonna run this today. Really liking it. It's a good weight. Seems like it's doing really, really well on that sub 100 gold recovery. Got it running pretty good. Trap's almost level. As you can see, it's got a V going through it, which on these fluid beds, don't be too concerned about that. The fluid bed down bottom doesn't care what the water up top doing. As long as you can keep good flow through that fluid bed, keep it active and exchanging, you're all good up top. I do always try to make sure I got some water coming over top of the trap though. I think if the water is not coming over top, it's going in and scrubbing the trap out, so I would watch out for that. But alright, let's get to it. Alright, just did my first clean out. Alright, just did my first clean out. Looked pretty good. I'm trying something new. I'm going to clean out in the field, snuff up what I can, put the rest in the bucket, take it home, process it. I'm curious to see how my recovery rate is panning. There's some hard panning here at some serious black sands, but lots of little guys in there, lots of -100s. I found a really nice size one in my area. I tried to get the camera to focus, but it wasn't cooperating real good. But yeah, the nice thing about these is yank them up, clean them out, clean it out into my pan. Takes about 30 seconds total time to get it out, clean, and back in the water. It's so nice, especially if you set your rocks up right. Shove it right back down in, ready to rock and roll again. All right, back to it. Probably stay another hour, or maybe stretch it to 2 hours, but see how the next clean out or two look. I'm gonna clean it out a little more often than I normally would, just because of the crazy amount of black sands that are in this area here. All right, back to it. Just that easy. Kicks most of those rocks out of there real nice. It does have a little harder time with the flat rocks, like any sluice. And they hit that Grizzly there. Sometimes it traps them, but just a quick turn the shovel around and quick hit with that. We'll clear them right out. Only got about a half hour longer. Done almost 3 hours, probably close to 2.5 by the time to get out of here. But there's been some fairly decent gold in each clean out. A couple of really nice pieces for my area I'm real happy about. But And an awesome day to be out. Had plenty of visitors walking by the roadside there. A couple Forest Service guys that were super friendly that liked the gold prospect as well, so they were real curious about this, never seen anything like that. They were really impressed, and I threw some shovels through it. But hell of a machine. Hell of a machine. Alright, there's my cleanup. Not too shabby for this canyon in Utah. We're not renowned for our vast gold fields and huge nuggets. Stuff on the left, these piles here, are what I panned in the field and snuffed it out. Got a couple of nice guys from my area. And then, you know, a bunch of small stuff. Some mercury coated stuff here I'll put in a separate vial. This side is what I got out of my cons after I panned it. Pretty surprised to see those bigger ones in there. I was expecting to see those, of course, and a little mercury ones there, but they just didn't. I think the main reason was I was panning using my Garrett Gold Trap as a safety pan. I just think it was hard for making enough water, and it was harder to wash it, stratify it. I'm gonna take my super sluice next time and try that and see if the bottom's a little better, see if it makes it a little easier to wash, and that should make it a little easier, but I'll try that next time, see if that makes a difference. Alright. Well, I haven't showed this Grizzly Gold Trap other than in the water submerged, so I thought I'd take a couple of minutes to show it and do a small review on it. Really impressed. Dennis has done a great job in designing this. Leaps and bounds better than a bazooka. He's made a few tweaks on the bazooka design I think's really paid off for him. First being that the trap here is straight. The bazookas, they would keep angling down that same thing and be a little smaller here. I think that really helps make it a better fluid bed, and the rocks don't get hung up in this little area. They flow off a little bit easier. I do like how he's redone these bars here. They start flush out of the bottom, they come up, makes the rocks roll off a little easier. Everything that has a bazooka knows they come up a little bit and then start coming up, so the rocks have a tendency to hit here and get caught. He's also added, you can see the riffles, so you can see the gold in here, and if you're on the gold, it's easy to just wave your hands across it and then we'll wash everything down into the bed. Most people have those biggest problems with the bazooka. I had a lot of people ask me, how do I know if I'm on the gold? You can't see anything on the matting or down the riffles, and I always tell them I know there's gold in there because I use a test pan and I know it was catching it. But this gives you an indicator, which is really nice. I had enough bigger pieces on this one, I was able to see them in there, which was really cool. Another change he made is this little angle here. I think it's a 3 degree, which allows you to, helps you get the trap a little more level, a little more plumb, which, you know, as anybody knows, they function better when if they're level. If you start to tip them, they start to lose their effectiveness, and it gets you level, and then you actually have, you know, gets that deck elevated so the material runs down quicker. Very important for areas that don't have as much flow. I usually have enough flow that I can almost set them perfectly level and things zip right off. Also, as you can see, there's 3 tubes in there instead of the 2 that the sniper had. I think that's really done a good job in keeping it more fluid. allowing it to, you know, stay more active, more efficient. Seems to be capturing that minus 100 really well. There was actually more gold in my cons than this, but they were like minus 300 and smaller, so small I couldn't even see them with the naked eye. I had to see them with the loop. I figure I save them my cons, I'll just separate them a little bit and run them through the blue bowl, see if I can capture any more of them. But they were in there. I captured some small gold. But I'm really happy with it. I can't wait to get back out on the river, test it out. I'm going to do some more tests against the gold hog mats again. I think they were at a slight disadvantage. The water was quite rough, and I think it was scrubbing them out a little bit maybe, whereas the rough water doesn't affect a fluid bed nearly as much, because you still have good solid water underneath. Keeps that fluid bed active, and up here doesn't, you know, isn't really important. A lot of guys focus on getting that V. Doesn't matter. That doesn't matter what to the trap. Everything falls in here, stays in there. So I'll run that again, see how that does. I'm gonna run it against the sniper as well. As they may see my other videos, knows I have one of those, or I should say I did have one of those. I gave it to a friend who wanted to get into prospecting, so I gave him that sluice and a pan, classifier, and snuffer bottle, and help him out a little bit. But I'm gonna borrow it from him one of these days, real soon, and test it against the Grizzly gold trap. See how much more minus 100 golds in there, how they do versus each other. I've run that sniper enough times, I can say with pretty certainly that there will be more minus 100s in the Grizzly gold trap than the bazooka. Alright, my loud dogs. I'm gonna try to get up pretty soon. We've had some really nice weather. This is February now. It took me a while to just clean out, but no snow. And that's how it looks at the canyon too. Not very much snow. So I'll get up there soon, get some more testing done, and see how it does. Alright, appreciate you watching this one. Get out in nature, get some gold of your own. I'll see you on the next one.